Alright, guys. Welcome back to the podcast, back to Game and Compute. So I'm recording about this third day 3 of this project. It's technically day 4. I was having some difficulties with, Spotify for podcasters last night. I realized it last night. I've mentioned I have multiple pods, and one of them is logged in, and I can't log out of it. So, for some reason, it won't log out in the app, and because I had to take an exam yesterday, I closed all my Google Chrome windows pretty much because they had to screen record it, and so I basically haven't gone back into my computer. I usually keep a Google Chrome browser open per pod, and because it's all connected with like different Gmail accounts, if that makes sense. And so I just have 4 different Gmail accounts open basically, so it's just easy to just pop back and forth between things. But I'm kind of tired from yesterday's events, and I'll explain. But yeah, that's kind of getting in the way of me actually posting a little bit. I didn't record last night for day 3 either, and so I'm gonna explain what happened, and then we're gonna still keep the ball rolling. So yeah, and I haven't fully recorded the daily updates either, so I'm gonna do that for May 11th, and yeah, but it's May 12th right now. It's about 10:30 a.m. I'm tired. I'm just lounging for now, and then around 12:45 I'll start packing. Then I gotta run an errand. Then around 2 start heading over to the airport. I fly out at like 5 something, but it's Mother's Day weekend. It's Friday. It's LA. I'm flying out of LAX, so it's probably gonna be pretty busy. At least I got a flight before rush hour. But yeah, it can take a while to get in the airport, and then they always recommend being there like 2 hours before just to get through airport security, which sounds like an accurate idea. So basically I'll see once I get to Vegas how I feel. I don't have plans tonight. I'm just gonna lounge. I might explore a little bit. I'm not staying anywhere fancy or too excitable. I'll be staying at Arizona Charlie's Boulder. I don't think that hotel has good reviews at all, and I kind of don't care. I'm just like, whatever. Like, I like to stay at old places too. I stayed at the Cannery before. I actually liked it. Like, the only thing that's hard for me to get used to really is all the smoke. And you can probably hear my voice is pretty raspy. I've had a little bit of dry throat cough, clearing my throat today, yesterday. It's kind of hard to tell if it's the vaping or not. Like, I don't feel like I vape that much, but I also don't know what else it could be. But also I've had so many weird little things going on. But anyways, that's basically my scattered timeline for potentially how I'm gonna post. I might have to try to post through my desktop. So actually it might make more sense for me to just try and post through my desktop right now, because these audio files are kind of hard to send to myself. It's hard to like email them to myself or whatever. Like sometimes they're too large or I don't know. I'll just do it this way because I don't. I think I can upload them to Google Drive. I don't really know, actually. I'll find out. But anyways, yeah, guys, I'm pretty exhausted, pretty tired. So for day 3, the gig worker on Fiverr finished with, driving the traffic to my store. The store got over 500 visitors, but actually no purchases, I don't think. As of yesterday, there were no purchases. I'm checking right now. No purchases. Let me see. But it says, let me see. There were 601 sessions, 592 visitors. Yeah, 0 sales. I didn't pay that much for the traffic, and I don't think it's ongoing traffic. It's like temporary. But yeah, it does show some of the spikes. Most of them are coming from May 9th, I don't know. Sorry, I don't know how to set this up for the, there we go. It moved. No, maybe I didn't do that. I don't know. I'm trying to look at different times. It's showing me right now. Let me see. I mean, it doesn't say. I'm not too familiar at looking at these analytics. I'm trying to look into the analytics. It's showing me over time. Like basically there were no sales, but I'm just trying to see like what it looked like what the traffic was looking like. Because there were like barely any sessions. I'm trying to verify, because it says like 600 something, but I'm not seeing a graph that shows 600 something. So let me see. Yeah, I haven't played around with this app in a while. I don't think I've ever checked the analytics by app. I think I've only used it on my laptop. I'm on the Shopify app, looking at my account. Let me see. So, okay. So if I click on May 9th, to show the whole day, I guess it shows 12 a.m. I don't know, like how it's adding up, because I'm only counting like 2 or 3 people. So I don't know. Has a customer cohort analysis. I don't know, really. Like, it doesn't seem to show too much detail. I'm not sure. It doesn't look like there were any orders. There were no items just like placed in a cart and not purchased. Yeah, I don't really see too much detail, honestly, when I click on analytics. So I don't know. But yeah, so far there's not any conversion rate. Even if there is traffic, and I can't really see where any of it's coming from. It doesn't really say. Nothing pops up to show like where the traffic's coming from. That was what I was kind of hoping at least to have, is if there were no sales from, paid traffic, at least I could check some analytics and see, what was going on and when. It looks like all the traffic was Wednesday for the most part. But I don't know if on the app I can really get more details. It excuse me, it just shows the traffic and not like the amount of traffic, and not anything else. So I think the data is based on, okay, I think it loaded again. I think the data is based on actual sales, and since there were no sales, so basically there's no sales as of when I started this project. Conversion rate, conversion funnel, like basically anyone who came in didn't convert into a closed sale. As far as the conversion funnel, from going from like, what would basically be like traffic, like whatever traffic source they use, let's say google.com, or they just link straight to the site or found it on Facebook or TikTok or something, and then clicked on it, and then like, this is without ads, clicked on it, and then went from clicking on it to what was I gonna say? Going from clicking on it to closing. Yeah, basically like putting something in a cart and then like purchasing it. It says added to cart. There's one session that added something to a cart, so that is 0.17% of somebody. One person added, or one session added to cart, and of 600 people, or 601 visitors, or 590 something sessions, only one person. And that doesn't mean they bought it. They just added something to their cart. Okay, so now I found the information I was looking for. So it says there was a 3,522% session increase from mobile devices, 6,350% session increases from desktop devices, and then there's tablet devices that were also used. So the numbers for those, for people who searched in a session on this online store, 326 of them were from mobile devices, 258 of them were from desktop devices, and 17 from tablets. So the majority, it's a little even with mobile, desktop, and very low with tablet, and more with mobile though. It looks like there were 579 sessions through YouTube. So that's where this person is promoting everything, is on YouTube. It says number of sessions on your storefronts that came from a social referrer source. So basically, I was trying to figure out what this guy's doing. He's basically posting people's, store links on YouTube somewhere, and it's getting views, But that's probably why it's not converting, because I don't think, unless it's through ads, I don't really think YouTube is really, unless it's like through like some affiliate marketing or some kind of like what do you call it, like an ad. You know how like if you don't pay for YouTube Premium, you see ads pop up. So if it's not like an ad, like as part of like monetization, which I don't know if you have freedom to choose what ads go in. Maybe you can put in your own. I don't know. I guess you could put in your own line. Nobody's stopping you, right? I guess you can just put in your own ads, but I guess like an ambassador ad for your own store. So maybe he's either paying someone to do that, which I doubt. I think it's probably just linked in somebody's comments, or that's probably what it is. I can't really tell, but I doubt somebody would go out of their way to make a whole ad for somebody else's store. So that's why it's not converting, in my opinion, is that you don't really advertise stores on YouTube. Like, you can advertise them on like TikTok, Facebook, but advertising them through YouTube, 579 came through YouTube, which means almost all of the sessions were through YouTube, which is weird. Because I think even Instagram, I've seen ads for, like boots or like watches or whatever. And it's like a little store, and it's just like one advertisement. Or TikTok has a bunch of them too. But I feel like on YouTube, it's mostly like products, like software products, website products, subscription products, things like, I don't know, it can be anything, like Robinhood, Coinbase, like different kind of things like that. I think some people might have their own brands, and they'll maybe talk about them or build like a YouTube channel around a certain niche, and then it might have to do something with their niche that they're like, oh, like check out my online store, but maybe it's like they talk about fashion and they're selling clothes or something. So like that kind of makes sense, but I don't know how else somebody would use YouTube. So I think he's just getting views to you, but it's not really the best of channels to use, I wouldn't say. I would say even email marketing would be better. Emails, like if you think of where you see information about online stores, really it's TikTok and Instagram and Facebook. Like if you think about maybe one product stores where it's like you're browsing around and all of a sudden it's like some kind of gadget, or you're browsing around and all of a sudden it's some kind of fashionable item, like some seasonal fashionable thing, like, oh, summer is coming and there's these popular like board shorts or something, or these popular flip-flop accessories. You can put some weird little trinkets on your flip-flops or whatever, I don't know, but like a store like that, usually they advertise maybe single products, but then you go to the store and there might be more. Another issue, the traffic is not too direct, because I'm only selling in the US. 300 sessions were in the US, but there are also 155 in Russia, 36 in Germany, 23 in France, and 15 in Mexico, meaning even though the sessions by location increased by 2,900%, I mean, I'm saying these numbers sound big because it was at 0, like this store I hadn't been working on or anything. And so 300 of the so that's like half pretty much, because it was just about 600 people that came to the site, if 300 of them were Americans, that means only 300 of them would have potentially been able to actually buy, because none of these other countries, I wouldn't ship to any of these other countries. And so that's not good either. So basically, the one item that I thought would convert the best looks like it did convert the best as far as people viewing it. But it seems like most people didn't get too far past the front page. And so, like, that's 587 people that didn't really get past the front page, meaning of all the people who were on the front page, they clicked on the one item, 3 of them. It was only 3 people that clicked on the item that I was working on an ad for, which I need to get back to that too, but yeah. So I initially was going to, okay, sorry, let me keep my train of thought here. So I initially, let me see, yeah, I don't think, sorry, I clicked out of the app. Yeah, I think that's all of the metrics I can see on Shopify. Basically, I wanted to know that information, like, where is this person marketing? The reason why that's important is because if you know where the traffic sources are coming from, you can basically, build advertising around that. So I do have some data to go by, but I don't think it's good data because I think the best data we have is that most people aren't using it on tablets, and it is a pretty even split between desktop and like smartphone use. But I don't really like the idea of the YouTube social source. It seems like that's the only place that the person I paid for marketing posted at, because 579 sessions came from YouTube out of almost 600. Like, it says there were 592 visitors, but sessions total is 601. So there were a little bit of sessions, like, at other times too, I guess. But yeah, and then it's pretty concerning too that only half of those, 300 of those, were in the U.S., because I wouldn't have done any shipping to any place that's outside of the U.S. anyways. And so wherever this was posted on YouTube, or however it was posted, like, I don't know if it was posted in the comments, I don't know if there was some weird separate ad that went up, I don't know if there's like some YouTuber out there that just mentions people's random stores and just like maybe browses through them on their channel or whatever, and on their screen, and then other people see it and then they're like, oh, this looks interesting, and then they go to that store. I don't really know. There's no details about that. I might ask the person to see if they'll be honest about it, but I think, so I did go and look at Fiverr and look at this person's information. Maybe I didn't do it as early as I should have, because I did notice something. One thing I did notice that stuck out to me was that for most of the reviews for this Fiverr person, they had a lot of reviews, and they had a lot of people with success stories giving like high ratings. But when you looked at the actual thumbnail that they submitted of the work that he did, a lot of it showed the amount of traffic that came to the site. it also showed the amount of sales. The majority of these people had no sales, except for one lady's store got like $200 something in revenue, which I don't know what that is as an actual profit after all the expenses of shipping and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know how many products that is or what she was selling. I didn't really look much into it. I just saw the actual thumbnail. I didn't like go into the site or see what it is or anything like that, what niche or what. So I don't know any details. Another thing I noticed was that there were a lot of people whose traffic looks similar to mine, maybe even more, like some people having like in the thousands and still no conversions into sales. It's 0% sales, $0 sales. So to me, I was like, that's weird. So I don't think he's diligently promoting to the eyes of people who are actually like the target buyer, not target as in the store, but the target individual who would actually purchase from your store. He might just be blasting it somewhere. Apparently has traffic worldwide, or at least in a lot of other countries, because it's a little shocking. Like, I don't know how I would get 155 sessions out of Russia, or 36 out of Germany, or 23 out of France, or 15 out of Mexico. It's kind of like, well, maybe these might be other people. They might be Americans that live in these other countries. They might not be. They might be actual individuals who are native to these countries. And how they got to my site, I have no idea. I mean, they're more than welcome to browse, but I don't know what they'd be doing there, I mean, one option with these types of things, which I'm probably not going to go out of my way to do, is like, if something like this is paid traffic, and it was a little payment, it wasn't a lot, so for the amount of money, it was good for a test, basically. But basically, it's also a bust, because I feel like whatever was getting tested didn't get tested accurately. The store wasn't getting posted anywhere where people are going to actually view. Okay, so it says, visitors from these social sites are spending time on your store. Here's how many pages they viewed and how long they stayed. So the referrer was YouTube, and they were staying an average of half a minute, which is 30 seconds, which means that's all that was happening. Somewhere from YouTube, people were spending 30 seconds on the site. It says in the last 14 days, these products were viewed most often. Products that get more views are likely to be purchased. So there are 3 items. One of the 3 I had assumed was going to be the most popular, which is why I was trying to build an ad around that product, that single product, and just pitch that product alone. So that product got 17 views, but some of those views, I'm not sure if they were from the person that was doing the initial ad. Remember the one that I talked about that sucked? So I don't know if any of the views are from that person or from from that person. And then there are 2 other items. So one of those other items got 16 views, one of them got 15 views, and they're very close. They're in the same niche, and they're very related types of products. So that might mean, focus on these 3 products because they're the ones that got the most views. But as far as people clicking past the first page, I mean, I think these are the items. I know at least one of them is on the first page. Two of them are on the first page. So, and then the other one, I was actually going to build a single item store around that item, and then I decided, that's kind of boring for me. So I added more items, but I'm going to basically take the one that's the most popular. I had worked on that ad on day 2, so I got my ad finished. The other person, I was in dispute about their ad. They edited things and said that they tried to make it better. It still sucks, but I'm basically gonna cut some of what they did, and so I'll have 2 ads. And then I was going to put those ads up initially for day 3 on TikTok, and it turns out that for TikTok you have to invest like $500 in a campaign to actually post ads, and that's kind of steep for a first trial. So I'm probably instead going to do Facebook ads, even though the Facebook metrics are very inaccurate. Maybe I'll be able to see more accuracy using the analytic dashboard on Shopify. So that's pretty much as far as I've gotten on this. And then so I have some data, some information to work with, not a lot, but at least I've got some ads that are kind of almost, one of them's pretty good to go, and the other one is kind of like in progress to be edited. So I might actually just take this weekend and not work on this project too much. I'm gonna be out of town. I'll bring my laptop in case I feel like getting work done, but I think I need a break. My mind and body are telling me I definitely need a break, and I'm trying to push to not have a break. So I know I need a break, so I'm probably gonna take a break. Maybe when I get to the hotel, get some exercise. I mean, I gotta exercise if I'm gonna be like dancing around tomorrow. So, I'm gonna do all that. I'm gonna think more about this store. And another thing, I started the process of trying to sell my car. That's not really part of this project. I mean, if we're talking just money, just pure like dollar amounts, that would blow things out of the water as far as like income, or as far as money coming in. But that's not part of this project. It's not part of the other like gig related niche type stuff. Like, I only have one car, so once it's sold, it's sold. It's not, I don't have like a car to sell every week or something. So yeah, I don't have too much more to say about this stuff. I'm just kind of lounging for a little while. I should probably nap, meditate, get up and have some lunch. I don't feel that great at all, honestly, because I haven't been sleeping too good. But basically, I'll see when I can post this. I haven't really forgotten. I just was super busy, and then, was having issues logging in. So I just didn't log in because I couldn't log in, honestly. I didn't try that hard. I was like, oh, look, I can't log out of this other account. And then I was able to record in that account, so I just recorded in that one. And then I thought, it would help to delete the app and then reload it and turn off my phone and all that stuff. That didn't help. And then, I thought it would help to, to kind of just wait and see if things changed overnight. And I'm still kind of frozen in that app. In that account. But I can use it. I just can't log out. So I don't really know. Like when I press those little 3 buttons at the top, the little ellipsis, the 3 dots, not buttons, the 3 dots at the top, it doesn't give me any options to log out. It doesn't do anything. So I don't know how else to log out. Maybe I can try it through the desktop version. I don't really know. But like I said, like I'm kind of tired. Like it was a pretty hard push this week, so yeah, so yeah, I don't really know what more to say about that. But I'll probably take Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then come back on Monday. So it's Friday now, but I probably won't do much work. I want to though, but it's like I need to slow down. I need to like calm it. And I'm having a hard time doing that. But it's definitely draining my energy and my focus is off because of it. I'm kind of all over the place. So but yeah, I'll see. Like I think the next step is to set up an ad campaign, which I have not yet done. And so I'll get to that, and then I'll post the details of that. So day 4, I'm not really doing much at all, I don't think. If anything, I'll research and add, tasks to my queue of what I want to do, or ideas and things like that. But I think I need to focus on, socializing, self-care, just kind of, traveling and getting out of town and not really focusing on, other stuff. I think I can take a few days off. I think I can wait till Monday. I'll be back in town Monday afternoon, but I might be tired because I'm going to have to wake up early. I didn't really realize, my flight's at like 10 something, meaning I'm going to have to be there. I don't have to be there early, but my friend can give me a ride. Let me see. Like, I would have to be there at like 8 something to fly out at 10 something to kind of stick to that like 2-hour-ish rule. And then my friend has to be at work at 8, so I might get there at like 7:30 instead of like 8. I don't know what time it would be. Let me see what time the flight actually is. When's my flight, yo? Gotta scroll. I took a screenshot of it. My flight on 10:25 a.m. Monday. So 10:25 a.m. on Monday. Yeah, that's pretty early. But yeah, 10:25 a.m. on Monday. That means I have to be at the airport like 8:25 a.m. But I might be there like 7:30 a.m. or something. So I don't know. Like, the concert's gonna go late, and I don't know if I'm gonna sleep enough. If I have to be packed and out by 7 something in the morning, that means I'm getting up at 6 something in the morning. So I might either have to dip early from the concert or just be tired. I'll see how I feel. I really don't know at this point. I need to slow down this weekend, so I really don't know. But yeah, I'm still working on this. I'm not too focused on only this, as you can tell, but I'm gonna consider today on Friday, I'm not counting as day 4. I guess I'm not doing a consecutive week. I'll count either Monday or Tuesday as day 4, and it'll be like an intermediate of researching, if anything, brainstorming, if anything, but I don't think I want to put in any work. At most, I might do some podcasting if it's easy on my laptop. Like when I'm at the hotel, I might figure out some podcasting this evening. But otherwise, I just want to order room service and lounge, and then go to a concert, and then see some friends, and then come back. Like, I don't really want to focus on making any money right now. I just want to focus on spending it. Like, when I go to Vegas, I don't gamble. I think in my whole life, I wouldn't say I've spent more than $50 on gambling. I remember $20, but I'm rounding up to 50 because maybe there were other times, but I really don't remember spending more than like 20. And I was even upset about that. But I feel, no, it might be more, because I think when I first went for my friend's wedding, no, that was the time that I spent 20. And then ever since then, I don't think the times when I visited my friend, I don't think I played any slots, nothing like that. No sports betting, nothing like that. I don't think I've done any other thing. Not that I can remember. So, yeah, like when I'm out there, I'll be spending, but it's not going to be spending like gambling. I mean, to each their own. I just, if I'm going to spend money on something that's maybe not a sure thing, I'd rather spend money on this kind of stuff, like doing projects, and pay $10 here for some marketing and $10 here for an ad or whatever, and like, I'd rather spend money like that. But also, the work that these last 2 gig workers have done is not, I mean, it's worth the money. I'll put it that way. I paid them each like $10 or something. It's worth the money. The ad wasn't even worth $10, but I would say this person's work, I mean, they didn't drive targeted traffic, but they drove a form of traffic, and I don't really know the details. Maybe it was targeted traffic. But I just feel like the platform they use to market on isn't really the best for Shopify stores. I've never really heard of anybody marketing Shopify stores on YouTube. Not unless it's like their own brand, their own niche, somebody advertising their own store. But I've never heard of anybody like really advertising other stores like that. Maybe it's a thing and I just never came across it, but I've never heard of that before. Like, most of the people I hear talking about it never are like, oh yeah, put your ads up on YouTube. Like, nobody says that. And I don't even know if it's ads. I didn't give the person an ad. These are 2 separate people, so I didn't even have an ad that I gave to them. I thought about it. I thought about giving them an ad, but that's not really his role. So yeah, it's kind of just, cost of doing business. When you pay other people to do stuff, you get what you pay for. Sometimes you don't get what you pay for. Sometimes you get more hassles than you want, and then sometimes you pay too much, like, I'm willing to lose $10 on something that might be okay and might work. I don't know if I'm willing to drop $100 on something that might not work, you know what I mean? But maybe it'll be better quality and it will be more direct for what I'm looking for, but it's kind of, in my head, it's kind of a risk, it's like that risk between, like, am I winning or am I losing money, and am I really losing money or what, but yeah, that's all I've got for now. If you see this during the weekend, it's because I posted it. I hope to post it. I'm not trying to like ghost the pods or anything. I'm just tired, and even the daily recording for May 11th wasn't that interesting. I didn't even post that. So with that, I guess yeah, we'll see where this goes. It ain't easy. But alright, guys. Well, guys, this is my daily recording for May 11th. Sorry I can't post it on all the podcasts. It's only available on one of them, so I'll see what happens in the morning. Basically, I, some reason, can't log out of one of the podcasts, so that's the only one I'm working on at the moment, because I can't log out and work on the other ones. So sorry that the update's late, but I'm up late at night just because, I don't know, I should be sleeping, but I've had a lot of trouble lately trying to force myself to get rest. I've been all over the place, so took the exam this morning, did some errands, had an edible, listed my car for sale, talked to some people about that. Looked a little bit at my flights for Vegas. I watched some movie with, it was about, like, cowboys, like, it was like a black western for the most part. I think they said it's known, like, for the soundtrack and for the, actors. And last night, I did listen to some meditations and some guided breathing and things like that, and it did help me sleep, but I don't know, I really do need to actually like sleep properly though. I haven't in a pretty long time. But I'm hoping once I go to Vegas it's gonna be cool. I had a slight bit of a run-in with somebody earlier. It wasn't a major thing, but that was just how it went. But I don't know. So I don't know, I've been just kind of drained from all that. Not really wanting to have to really interact with people quite a bit more than usual, but like I want to talk to my friends. I've caught up with some of them, but as far as like parents and stuff, haven't really wanted to be interactive with them, but they've been trying to like interact with me and stuff, and I just don't want to because I don't feel like it. I just want to be in my own head and think about my own stuff. Like, I'm kind of at a point where I don't really like filling in people about my day-to-day. Like, I'll kind of tell people what I'm doing, and then otherwise, like, some people I feel like they get the privilege of knowing, and other people, I don't invite them in. And it's for my own good that I don't. because every time I do, they kind of prove to me that I shouldn't. So, been dealing a bit with that today. And yeah, sorry, I can't really log out of the other app. I closed the app. What am I trying to say? I deleted the app off my phone, restarted my phone. It still didn't work. I still couldn't log out. So I don't really know what to say. I might have to record into my laptop. Once the car sells, I won't be having a car to really record into anyways. I usually, well, not for now anyways. I'm gonna get a car, but I'll be between cars. I kind of don't want to get into any kind of situation where I owe on anything. I don't want to be making payments and stuff. So that's it.